On the brink of financial ruin, central powers made the decision to conjure new money and give to their institutions, causing dilution at the expense of the population, breaking the trust we were forced to place upon them. Then a protocol surfaced, distributed immaculate. Its resistance to coercion prevents central governance, but with traction gaining came the problem of scaling. Large miners and exchanges pushed to make changes. With profits at risk, they demanded a quick fix, while compromising the entire protocol's resilience. This tested resistance took pressures from belligerent corporates who made the decision to implement a top-down solution against constitution. Their approach was exclusion. Their downfall was ignorance. In parallel, a maverick grassroots campaign driven by users on public domain, with their laser-like focus to ascertain an opt-in solution with an existing constraint and resilience maintained. Their stance did not wane until a breakthrough said a technically elegant, computationally efficient, compatible update. The consensus mechanism defended the system against central coercion, and in that moment, David defeated Goliath. Though scaling issues were resolved, Goliath now craved for more control. The allure of new protocols was too much to resist. They could now take control and suppress user dissent. A chance to enrich, insiders entrench through governance system of state. The more they make, the more they stake and stay ahead of the game. This system, their fiefdom, they rule by decree. Changes by committee adds complexity. Now large entities run your queries. Their equity sold as a way to free society. Trapped by duplicity, trust is vulnerability. In time, centralizing creations kneel to incumbents, using regulation to restrict competition and gatekeep free markets. Big corporate, big government collude their way to feudalism, preserving the same caste structure, the same class system, exploiting those whose energy spent on lost hope from hard work and good intentions. Stake makes political power society's greatest ambition. Meanwhile, energy cuts the tie between money and abstract power. If its creation costs us energy and hours, then money cannot be produced endlessly at the expense of the powerless. Value for value enables a world built on merit. Energy cements the protocol's resistance to corruption in code, upholding the scarcest of assets, enabling our savings, which is the basis for building our world we are individually shaping, in ways central planners can't even conceive. Only we meet our needs by free market techniques. The use of technology, the use of our energy, is how our species progress to become a more civilized society. Our universe holds a constant amount of energy in existence. So, energy is never wasted, only the form of it changes. Flared gas, nuclear volcanic explosions, captured and converted into electrons, powering computations to secure and run our independent monetary system. A natural and competitive process, rewarding efficiency and progress, driving investment, enabling advancement in energy sourcing and nation independence, threatening current forms of governance. Deception is their last-ditch effort to keep victims working in an unfair system. But amongst the commotion, the signal heightens, slowly, steadily, steering more and more people to the most fundamentally significant humanitarian effort in history. Individuals, communities, countries joining forces to build, teach, train, leaderless but aligned by grander vision arising from one protocol that empowers us to resist.
The force of a centralized, politicized, destructive monetary system, leveraged as authority to diminish freedoms and livelihoods of peaceful people, to feed the power-hungry military-industrial complex, perpetuating the cycle of war and suffering, to profit stakeholders in their system by siphoning our energy until society collapses under the weight of their greed.
But now we have an alternative, a virtuous ecosystem built on the foundation of incorruptibility, forged by the robustness of energy and transparency of open source code, to defend our stored energy from the reach of central powers, enabling our wealth to flourish with certainty over time, liberating us to explore greater ambitions. Through the programmable state of energy and interoperability of our interactions, value flows freely with finality from one another across the planet and beyond. Once we choose neutrality and truth as the pillars of value for our society, we reinstill hope and harmony in humanity and begin our journey towards an era of prosperity with Bitcoin.
Why people will continue to lose money in crypto. When I post educational content, those videos do not do well. Plain and simple, they don't do well. They don't do well on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, any of the social media platforms. And it's because self-custody is hard. Thinking for yourself is hard, and using critical thinking is hard. We were brought up to assume that everybody is going to do everything for us. We don't have to put in any work or any effort. But unfortunately, when you want to operate in a true decentralized economy with Bitcoin, crypto, NFTs, or whatever it is, be self-sovereign and have full control over your assets, you have to be proactive. You need to get off of your behind, and you need to learn how to safely store your cryptocurrency. There is no customer service hotline in crypto. Nobody is coming to save you. And guess what? The crypto markets don't care about your thoughts, feelings, or opinions. It is 100% up to you to do your own research, to decide what crypto exchanges you want to use, to decide what crypto tokens you want to invest in, to come up with a trading or investing strategy. It's all on you. You cannot continue to rely on influencers or founders of projects or mainstream media news. It's okay to hear what we say, but at the end of the day, you need to listen to yourself. You matter. My finances are different than yours, and your finances are different than Baby Yoda's. We are all here to improve our quality of life and make as much money as ethically as possible. And in doing so, you need to be proactive. But I'm telling you, by my video views, by reading a lot of the mentions in the comments, a lot of people are not going to do the right thing by themselves. It's very, very upsetting as a content creator because I want y'all to win. But you're not going to win if you are not proactive, if you don't learn about cold storage, if you don't learn about custodying your keys properly, if you are not capable of taking responsibility for your own actions. We don't need regulation. We don't need big government coming in. What we need is for humans. All of us, we're all from different walks of life. We're all beautiful, amazing people, but we need to do better as a society and push for self-education and truly understand what we're investing in and the implications. Bitcoin was not created to be easy any way, shape, or form. And the reason why is simple. Great power comes with great responsibility, and that responsibility is on no one else but yourself. Sending y'all love and light. Best believe you got this.
FTX lists 0 Bitcoin assets in their bankruptcy papers despite $1.4 billion of Bitcoin liabilities, meaning they owe $1.4 billion in Bitcoin, probably because they were trading against paper Bitcoin, meaning like futures and stuff like that, and other derivatives on Bitcoin, but they own 0 Bitcoin. This is really interesting in my view. I didn't really start realizing this until I kind of slept on it, but once I slept on it, I realized, I was like, they were really only in shitcoins. They did not believe, guys, I don't care what kind of maximalist you are. If you're an Ethereum maximalist, if you're a Cardano maximalist, if you're a Solana maximalist, whatever maximalist you are, you own Bitcoin. I have never heard of any maximalist outside of the Bitcoin ecosystem that owns 0 Bitcoin. So what this tells me is that Sam and FTX, I think it's beyond greed. I think that there was other things going on there. And this kind of also proves it because they were not in Bitcoin. And that's really, really telling to me. And it's also really scary that all of these investors, all of these people who were investing in the crypto shit coins that they created or whatever. They didn't even know that they had 0 Bitcoin. 0 Bitcoin. Not even 1 Bitcoin on their balance sheet. They were selling it all off. Think about that. We were so close. And that could have been a national crisis if they acquired all these companies and required all of these Americans to put their money and all of these companies to put their money through FTX and on FTX, and FTX was trading against it, and nobody was looking into that. And if they did this at a much larger level, if they became a bank, which is what they wanted to do, this would have been catastrophic for the country.